So 2023 is going to be a record year because of So we're in the first month of 2023, which is crazy to think that we're already here. And obviously, there's been a lot of talk about how the market has shifted in 2022. I've posted numerous videos about that, and a lot of experts nationally and locally have posted about all kinds of things with how the market has changed. That being said, what I want to do today is go through some of the things that we're going to see in the Charlotte market in 2023. So to kick off, one of the big things is growth. Everyone wants to know, how much is the market going to appreciate this year? Well, we do know that the last 2 years have seen double-digit growth each year. This year, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that we're still going to grow, but not at an excessively fast pace that we did in the last couple years. No one knew in 2022 that the Fed was going to raise the rates as fast as they did and as much as they did. And what happened when they did that was it actually drove demand. It made demand even more insane in Charlotte because everyone was trying to get a house as rates were going up, and they needed to get something before the rates got as high as they did. So this year, if rates stabilize, which a lot of professionals think that they're going to stabilize this year, it means we're going to enter into more of a normal market and less of this COVID crazy market where everyone is just trying to get a house so they can lock in a low interest rate. We all know that the last couple of years were historically low interest rates that we've never seen before, and no one knows if we'll ever see them again. Now that we're sitting at where we are, whether it's in the 5s or the 6s, it's going to become more of a normal market. We're going to still see a lot of transactions happening, but not as many as in the last couple of years, which also means that the growth isn't going to be as fast as the last couple of years, but it still should grow. So naturally, when you talk about growth in a market, one of the next questions that people always ask about is inventory levels. Low inventory usually means high demand and low supply. I still think that we're going to see relatively low inventory compared to the rest of the country here in Charlotte this year. What that'll look like is going to be very different across different price points. At the entry-level price point, we may see a little bit more inventory because buyers are going to be much pickier at that price point because they may not want to live in some of those neighborhoods, or they may not want to deal with some of the issues in the homes that they would have to deal with. So because interest rates are higher, it costs more money to buy these homes for buyers that are getting a loan. Because of that, they are going to be a little bit pickier. So shifting into like the meat of our market, which is anywhere from like $400,000 or $500,000 up to about $600,000 or $700,000. These buyers are a lot of dual income banking households, or people moving from New York City, where Charlotte's very affordable compared to New York City, or just all over the country. People are still moving here, and in that price point, they feel like things are very affordable. And if buyers are flexible on where they want to live, they can usually find anything that they want that will fit their needs and check a lot of their boxes in that price point. So I still think that there's going to be very low inventory in those price points just because there's going to be such a large buyer pool. Finally, shifting gears into the luxury market. I do think that we're going to see a little bit more inventory up there just because there are going to be more options due to the fact that there are less buyers in that price point here in Charlotte. However, again, with a lot of people moving here from all over the country, our luxury price points can be entry-level price points in some of these other cities and states. So those buyers, which are sophisticated buyers and understand high levels of craftsmanship when they walk through homes, they know that if this house is well built, well put together, and very nice, that it will sell very fast. So the best homes in the luxury price point are still gonna fly off the market, and all of the rest of them may sit for a little bit longer. In Q4 of 2022, if you would have asked most real estate professionals what they thought of the market conditions, they would have told you it was ass. But this year, if things stay the same, or if interest rates sort of hover at the rate that they're at right now, we are going to stay in more of a normal market. However, if the Fed decides they're going to significantly raise rates or drop them this year, a lot of agents and real estate professionals are going to tell you the market is kick-ass again. Last year, we talked a lot about, in our 2022 prediction video, which feel free to go take a look at that, we talked a lot about how inventory was going to be super low and demand was going to be very high. I do still think compared to the rest of the country, Charlotte is going to be a low inventory, high demand city. With that, if your house checks all the boxes and it's staged well and it's priced well and it's in a great location, it will still sell fast and it will still sell for top dollar. Last year, all the homes that weren't like that were still selling for top dollar because people were desperate to get homes and they were desperate to get a low interest rate because, as we all know, rates were historically low. That is different now. So if your house doesn't check every box, be ready to work with the market and the buyers are gonna have a little bit more leverage now. All of that being said, if you're a buyer in this market, it is still a good time to buy. You have less competition and sometimes in some instances, you may have more options to look for better homes that will better suit your needs. If you are a seller, it is still a good time to sell if you have a reason to sell. If you're moving, you can still sell your home. If you're getting divorced, you can still sell your home. If you're inheriting a home, you can still sell it. There are still lots of buyers here in Charlotte that are actively looking and actively ready to buy your home. But the biggest thing for 2023 to know is that my YouTube channel needs more subscriptions. So please like this video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.